distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special day that we have been waiting for 3 years to meeting up again with a big friend from Microsoft. Obviously, I have to say he doesn't need to much of introduction. He's someone who is widely known. One of the great things that have occurred at Microsoft, he has been involved and been in leadership for the whole business enterprise from the beginning of Microsoft. That a transformational impact on the planet, on the way we work, and the way we... So, it is great pleasure that I would like to introduce a wonderful friend of Vietnam, and especially Vietnamese student, great business leader. Please welcome the CEO of Microsoft Corporation, Steve Ballmer.
Very enthusiastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to thank the Vice President. I want to thank the university for the opportunity to be here with you today. Frankly speaking, I love meeting with our customers, business, government, but there's nothing better than meeting with students. So I'm really delighted to be here. I have to figure out exactly who's here. Small show of hands. How many students are studying computer science? Math. Math. How many math students do we have? Good, math student. I was a math student myself. How many engineers, non-computer engineers, do we have in the room? Business students. Good. I was a business student myself. I'm glad not to feel lonely. How many people are studying something I didn't mention? Show of hands. Okay. Mostly computer scientists. That makes me especially and fits with my general view of how much interest and excitement and enthusiasm there is in Vietnam for the opportunities in computer science and for the chance for Vietnam to be one of the leading countries in the world in terms of graduating computer scientists who help change the world. I'm going to talk today primarily about something called the cloud. But in a sense, what I really want to talk to you about is the future of information technology. The opportunities that are in front of all of us to create the next generation of software that changes the way we work, it changes the way we live, it transforms society through what it will do to health, to education, to the future of all sciences. I think information is the most important thing in the world. It has the most transformative power. You give people the tools to learn, to analyze, to communicate, to think. You give people information technology tools, and what they can do with it is amazing. And software is the backbone of the information technology industry. So all of you, I will tell you, have made very, very smart decisions on what to study in school. Your opportunity to impact others, your opportunity to be a source of economic growth and innovation and new products is absolutely fantastic. And I'm on that. The thing I want you to get out of my talk today is my enthusiasm for how much we're going to create and for the next generation of innovation which will be around something we call cloud computing. How many, first of all, how many people in the room have heard this term, cloud computing? Show of hands. That's good. That would be about half, I would have said. Maybe 2/3. How many people think you could explain cloud computing to your kids? Good. We all see the world the same. There's something we all know, we understand, we see, we talk about. Cloud computing. It's the next generation of how we create the software that changes the world. We're going to learn, all of us, on how to explain it and talk about it with our parents, with our friends who are not in the computer business. But what I want to do for you today, since you all share some of my passion and enthusiasm and understanding for its importance, is I want to try to help define cloud computing for you today and highlight some of the opportunities that it will bring. Cloud computing usually is a term we use to talk about the next generation technology infrastructure. If you go back 30 years, I started at Microsoft myself 30 years ago. And 30 years ago, the big was personal computing, PC. I dropped out of school 30 years ago to join Microsoft. And you might say, well, PCs are not hard to explain to your parents. I went home 30 years ago and I told my mother and father, I'm leaving university to work on personal computers. And my father said, you know, what is that? And my mother said, it was PC software. And really what my father said is, what's software? And my mother said, why would a person ever need a computer? So even 30 years ago, we had challenges explaining the next generation of computing. Then the internet came, and nobody could explain the internet for the first 5 years. What's an internet? Who pays for it? How does it get constructed? How does it work? But it was the next generation that gave us all the technology to innovate. Web 2.0. How many people ever heard that expression? Web 2.0. Anybody? One person. That was the last generation of innovation. We use cloud computing today to really talk about the new opportunities that develop as the best of the PC and the phone, the best of enterprise data center computing and internet computing all come together. Think about this problem. How would you write an application that looks inside, let's say an application that would help a company model the impact that the economy will have on its sales? That's an application that has to go out to the internet. It's got to look up economic data. It's got to go inside corporate IT systems and look up information. It's got to present it to people on their computer using tools like Excel that they know and understand. It's a next generation application. The cloud has to bring the best of those worlds together. The cloud is essentially a way to use the internet for business and to use business computing techniques of reliability and security and privacy to improve the internet. It's a way to take cost and complexity